one.
Yeah, this is
most
true.
recent one, he has Inkling as one,
So-
Braum as 2, and Pikachu as either 3 or 4.
Yeah, Pikachu's still top 5 in his list, if I remember correctly.
Right,
But,
and as a lot of people's list. I'm sure a lot of people follow Zero's thoughts too, but Pikachu has a lot of busted options this game, and here we're going right into it, and we're going to see that as
Ooh.
well as Inkling as well.
I especially love how Zach is like already implementing this the new Nair that Pikachu has, which in my humble opinion is best used as like a drag down reset into
So
up
like
tilt.
let's say Inkling's on the ground, Pikachu drops down like diagonally into Inkling, and Nairs you can even confirm into an up smash at very, very high percents.
Absolutely, and you can see Inkling like trying to put this paint down on the ground, but Zach is doing a great job of playing like right inside that bubble to where if you press this button, I'm going to hit you for it. And look at this damage.
Yeah, now he's got him on the ledge. That's the scariest part of this game in general. You only get one air dodge, and if you don't get that right air dodge, or air dodge actually and directionally do it depending on your character, you might just die.
Yeah, and it's not even like how it was, say, in other similar games. Like Rivals of Aether, for example, is a game where you used to have one air dodge, and then if you got hit afterwards, you didn't get it back. This game, you get your air dodge back if you get hit, but like you said, if you don't get hit or touched, you only get that one air dodge, and you got to make it count.
And even if you do get it back, air dodge is a little bit laggier in this game unless you do neutral, and that's very, very hard to actually get consistently.
Yeah, so a lot of people are still
Working on getting that timing down.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself, but that nice back air. Faith kind of keeping Zach on the ropes here after what looked like a relatively decent deficit.
Right, and see what we've got going on here is a lot of footsies. Both players trying to get the stage and get to this edge guard situation, but
And that
one
bomb,
thing-
just a lot of pressure, but the F smash is going to probably take that.
There's one thing that I've seen Faith doing that Zach's not doing, and it might not always be a good idea, but Faith's looking for those kill options, and
He's definitely paying a lot more attention to the percent and like basing the option selects off of that. But you can see Zach still doesn't seem all that phased by the deficit that he's in. Gets grounded by that. Gonna eat the up smash, but
yeah, he could have definitely mashed out of that.
Covered
but
in pain.
not mashing fast enough, and that's going to be the stock right there. Now he's looking at a 3-1 deficit, which isn't undoable, so to speak, but it is going to be very, very difficult for Zach to come back from this.
Yes, especially against a character like Inkling that just has all these great zoning options, that bomb that you just have to respect, and
you can't be doing stuff like running up to the ledge and just like throwing up smash or dash attack in that scenario, because that you're just eating easy percent. Zach just needs to like find that opening and just weave around Inkling's options because he has so many.
And I gotta give Faith some good credit here because they are playing a fantastic neutral game, just kind of out-zoning Pikachu and keeping them, keeping Zach at bay where he's not going to be able to get in and get the kill. 78%, this is looking dire.
Yeah, this is a dim situation for Zach. It's
But-
looking right now that he might not even get this first stock off.
Yeah, and you can kind of see him like adapting the play a little bit more, like dash dance and neutral. See maybe if he can punish like one of these whiff moves that Faith is throwing out, but he's not connecting any thunders, and it doesn't seem like his. Ooh, that S-Smash would have did it, but good block, very good block.
And now Faith is actually almost at up throw kill percent as well. Actually, kills at about 170. With
I got
Rage,
you.
it might kill a little bit earlier.
Maybe
It's
about
like better than
10%.
Mart's up
Good S-Smash. That's going to
nice
take that
smash
stock.
on Zach's end.
Still a really rough spot to be in, but he's definitely pulling himself back in. And good drag down Nair to what looked like F-tilt, but Faith is going to box him back out into neutral. And
Yeah, Faith just really, all Faith has to do right here is sit back and just latch on some more percent. And eventually, Inkling's back throw or paintbrush will seal the deal.
and the paintbrush does it. Called it. So yeah, definitely a dominant performance by Faith there in this game one. But
Yeah.
you can start to see Zach kind of reeling himself back in, catching himself. Maybe I'm pressing a little bit too many buttons or getting too antsy.
Yeah,
So
which
I want
is easy to do in this game because it's so much faster paced. The buffer system as well. Sometimes you don't even mean to press that second button, but it just ends up coming out. Something people will get used to over time.
Yep. And it looks like we're gonna actually take this to WarioWare.
Okay.
And we've got the Mewtwo coming out as the counter pick.
I haven't even seen Zach's Mewtwo, but I remember the first day we were playing, he said he wanted to try this character out.
I was talking to him about it, and
I completely agree with Zero. The first time I played against a good Mewtwo in this game, I was just convinced Mewtwo is broken. And Mewtwo is the last character on Zero's top tier.
Yep, and I think that Mewtwo actually may stand a better shot in this matchup because this way Zach can play a little bit further back and forced Inkling to come to him with Shadow Ball as opposed to the other way around where he had to kind of fight to find his way inside.
Also, some interesting things about the stage. The stage has very small blast zones. Blast zones being the, let's say, for example, the left and right side of the stage and the top. The closer you get hit in, the sooner you die. So as you saw, Mewtwo was actually almost dead there.
You could, yeah. Anytime you see the mini map, it kind of means the character, just because they're not on the screen, they're like still on the within the blast zones.
Yeah, and
until they touch that side.
So between TOs, they all seem to like relatively like the stage, but there's a lot of discrepancy between players and the stage. This is the stage I hear the most complaints about.
Absolutely, I'd agree with that. But
and we actually have a different rule set here in Michigan. We don't have Castle Siege. We don't have like No Hazards, Lilac. These are stages that will be legal at Genesis, the soonest big major coming
up. Good up air on Faith's part to recover, but Zach is actually doing a little bit better, at least in the stock 1. Let's see if he can get out of that. Ooh, yeah, no. Not going to kill Mewtwo, but this is really, really scary being such a big and light character. But both properties, something that you don't see a whole lot.
Yeah, and I mean at 83%.
Ooh, that's going to... Oh, the charge. He ran straight into it.
Is well in the kill percent, and there Zach showed that with a down air.
What a call out.
Smash, I apologize. Like getting him off the stage, Zach's getting a little bit greedy there.
A little bit, but
he has 150% on him. Inkling's up B can actually give you easily.
Ooh, but he's getting this damage, and it's racking up just like 4 hits, and already at 40.
The changes.
Gets footstooled and recovers with teleport.
The difference between this game and last game is actually like phenomenal. It literally shifted 180 degrees.
Yeah, no, Zach's adaptations have been like phenomenal in this set, and I want if he's like keeps playing the way he's doing, then he might just run away with this.
Wow,
that off smash.
That's so close. Honestly though, I think Zach, if he had thrown out a forward air right there, that might have ended the stock.
But I mean, he's at 153 as Mewtwo, and
that's stock.
That's stock. 110 extra credit. Yeah,
exactly.
Great call out on the down smash to steal it. Like it completely turned this game around for him. Now he can do the I'm gonna run away and see what you do to come at me approach. And
instead he drops in with the cross up back air and Faith dropping shield right before that, ending up costing in an early stock.
Yeah, and
as you saw there, the paint roller is a really good option. It has armor on it, very hard to stop. But Zach realizes that he can just short hop neutral air and actually hit through the super armor and stop Faith in her tracks.
Yeah, because there's just so many hits of that neutral air, it's hard to avoid in general. Nice forward air. Just going to eat the bomb damage.
Wow.
Almost, he actually could have up smashed
Faith was in a really bad position there.
But gets the early stock and actually brings us back to a relatively even. Zach trying to run away with the lead. Maybe he can seal this out so he can get that game 3 he's looking for.
Yeah, but this platform is not where he wants to be at.
No.
This is the thing about Wario, where besides the blast zone, is if you get that ladder on,
it's hard to know where to DI. Because if you DI away from the platforms, you're DIing towards the center of the stage for more juggles.
Oh, no.
That might do it. Not going to be enough, though.
Yeah, that was a really scary edge guard there. You do not want to be on the ledge against Inkling, especially in a tight situation like this.
And the
paint you've been splatting on Zach. That's how you know how close that was.
This is like last hit. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this could go either way now.
Oh, the back air is not going to do it.
Faith's got stage control though.
Ooh, the jab's not going to do that, is it? Is that enough? That is. Just barely going to take that stock. What an intense comeback on Faith's part. I've got to give some props because Zach started that off monstrously with a fantastic call out, 110% extra credit before he even dropped his second stock.
Yeah, mad credit to both players right there. Zach adapting the second game and Faith bringing it back after the adaptations were already made.